Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Beaky Tarot. My name is Alan, and it's about 7:30 here in Sydney tonight. It's the 6th of April. So, yeah, I'd just like to say I hope you all are having or have had a nice weekend, and I hope you've all got some rest and did something nice for yourself, which is really important in all these crazy, crazy, crazy times. I was just, yeah, so once again, before I go on to anything else, thank you for your support. Thank you for the ongoing comments to my channel. And I like the sense of community that we've got. And I'm enjoying hearing from you, and I'm enjoying hearing your stories. And I'm enjoying getting to know you a bit. So that's really nice. So thank you so much, guys. And thank you for, because everybody's so busy. So thank you for giving me some time into your life. So I appreciate that. Okay. So thank you very much, guys. What I wanted to talk about tonight was I was just watching the news, and we have in Sydney, well, in Australia, I should say, we have a station called SBS, and that's like a an international channel. They focus on a lot of foreign films, and it's very kind of looking out into the world, I suppose, to Australia. Whereas the other news is more, well, they do have international stuff, but a lot of the news, well, not a lot of the news, but other channels are maybe, especially the commercial ones, they're more focused on Australia. But I'm kind of like, always wanting to know what's going on overseas as well. I'm a bit like that. So yeah. And the first thing that was the news story tonight was about the protests in America. And I think this is really good that these protests are happening. And it seems to me that they're gaining momentum, and they are about the tariffs and about all the cray cray that's happening in the US. And unfortunately, that cray cray is spilling over, permeating the rest of the world. So this Orange Menace Entertainment Only YouTube, this I was going to swear then, and I didn't. I stopped myself. I was going to say a nasty word, two nasty words. And I said, no, don't. There you go. But it was on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, so yeah, Zen Allen, Zen. I just can't handle him at all. I just really hate him. Anyway, I said it, entertainment only. Anyway, so I just want to talk about the protests and just see what the result will be. What like where is this going to lead? What will be the final result of this will be. Protests are important. They're really good. They're very important to do. As I said, we did them with the marriage equality in Australia, and we got there. But it started off as a protest of a few hundred people in Sydney, and I'm assuming in the other capital cities as well. But it took us about 10 years, but we got there. God, bloody hell. Um, and I'm hoping it doesn't take 10 years for the US to undo all this damage, because there is a lot of damage that's been caused right now internationally. And once again, I need to really stress that if I'm criticizing the US, I'm criticizing the administration. I'm not criticizing the people. I'm definitely not criticizing anybody here. I am criticizing the administration, which has every right to be criticized, I think. So let's have a look at these protests, guys. Okay, come on down. What will be the outcome, Spirit, of these protests? What will be the outcome of these protests? What will be the outcome of these protests, Spirit? What will be the outcome of these protests? All right. Hmm. Okay. Oh, hey, that's encouraging. All right. Come on up, guys. We'll have a chat. This is actually really good, really interesting, and very hopeful, actually, with these protests. Um, the signifier card is the Page of Pentacles, and pages are young people. So I think what this is saying is that the young people and the youth of the US are actually waking up. The people that are young that maybe apolitical or not political, they're actually beginning to see what's going on. And young people driving this is a good thing because this is the next generation behind, the old people like me, right? But this is the young people coming in and they're actually kind of feeling they're worried about their future and they're worried about the lack of money. They're seeing budget cuts here, there, and everywhere, and departments being dismantled and everything else, and they're really, really concerned about it. And they just want to go somewhere quiet. They want to move on to a piece of serenity. And in a way, these protests, it's like they're releasing their baggage by doing the protests. Like if you look at this cup here, the Six of Swords, right? And this is also my favorite card in the deck. So you've got a person here in the boat, and they're actually moving from a place of turbulence to a place of quiet. And I think in a way, and if you look at the swords as well, so the swords are the mental angst and the baggage that these people are carrying as they go across the water. And I think this is a part of this card is about transition. So in a way, the young people are sorry guys, the young people are beginning to transition. They're going from sitting at home and watching TV and things like that. But the young people are getting involved, and you know what? They're angry. They're sticking up for themselves. They're feeling a loss. Like the Five of Swords, it can mean a lot of things, but I think they're mentally waking up. Like fives in tarot, they're difficult. They're kind of like a sign of stress. Fives in tarot or loss. This card can mean many things. It could be the bully card. It can be lots of things. But these people that are protesting, especially these young people, they're out to they're out to make a point, which is good. And then hopefully this is the outcome. They want to have this place of hope. That's what they want. And the question I ask is what will be the outcome? This is what I think the outcome will be. It's going to bring hope and it's going to bring some kind of it's almost like with the star card, it's like you can rest after the drama kind of thing. And I think right now we're going through the drama, right? We're transitioning from the drama or starting to transition away from it. Well, we're still in the drama, but the young people are actually doing something about it because they just want to have hope. They want to have hope for the future. But the beautiful thing is, I've got the strength card here. So there's a lot of strength in this underneath these protests, and especially with the young people, there's a lot of strength. And so that's good. So if I take away and look at the two major arcanas from this reading, I've got strength and I've got hope. Sorry, I've got strength and I've got the star. So this is encouraging. This is really, really, really encouraging. And so I would encourage you to get involved however you can. And if you can't protest, then become a keyboard warrior or do whatever you can do. You don't have to protest. You don't have to get out there and do something, but become part of the movement, become part of the resistance, like become part of trying to solve the problems. And that way you have some ownership over what's going on and kind of moving forward into that as well, moving forward into the future, where there will be like some calm after the storm kind of thing with the star. It's going to, and with the strength. And, we're dealing with an orange lion, right? We are dealing with an orange lion. But with perseverance, I believe that that orange lion will be silenced. We just got to keep going, guys. And I've heard, I think Barack was speaking recently, and I've heard um, Kamala Harris is speaking recently. So it's good to see people coming back on board. And as you know, Bernie is out there doing his thing. Um, there is momentum swelling, guys. So jump onto that momentum and try and become a part of that. Like, contact your local members, like I said before, and don't feel hopeless. Like, feel that there is something that you can do. And even from an international community, like I'm hoping there'll be some protests in Sydney because I'll definitely be ranting and raving if there's any protests against what's happening in the US um, with this ape. No offense to apes, it's orange ape. Um, yeah, it's bad. So just do what you can do, guys, and just get involved, like I said, in whatever way you can. And that's the vibe I'm getting. And there's a groundswell happening right now. And I'm kind of wanting to read on that because I just don't want to stick to the doom and gloom. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be, all this. I want to try and give you guys and myself something positive to hold on to as opposed to the negative. There's enough negative out there, and I'm trying not to focus on that. That's why I'm trying to choose when I'm reading on the states really carefully because I don't want people to kind of listen to my stuff and then feel like despair and stuff. I want to try and encourage people and I want to try and help people. And that's kind of where I'm going with this. Um, but yeah, like I said, just get involved and there is a groundswell and just get in touch with your local people and just, get organized and get into it. So yeah. Um, but I think these protests are actually going to make a difference because there's a groundswell and there's a lot of strength and commit. There's a lot of strength behind that. Strength to tame the orange lion, which is a good thing because that orange lion needs a lot of taming. God, he needs a muzzle is what he needs. God, and the rest. All right, guys. Thank you for giving me some of your time tonight. I shall be back soon. I'll see how I go. And love you all. Thank you once again for watching and take care. And thank you for choosing to spend some time with me. All right, guys. You take care, okay? Night night.